Right, hello and welcome to the Stevie channel for a bit of an impromptu video on the back of the Springbok squad announcement. This is actually the first video I've done like this, and it's a bit different to the sort of the Forever Sports format. But I thought I'd just record a quick video, a bit of a reaction to the squad. I'm not going to actually put the squad up and necessarily talk to the squad, but I want to talk about the fact that I still genuinely believe that looking at that squad, it can win a World Cup. And a lot of people are freaking out about the squad. And I thought maybe that's why I thought I'd jump on here and sort of give you my thoughts on why I think we don't need to panic yet, and why I think to panic is, first of all, premature and is just not necessary. So before we go any further, please do smash like on the video, subscribe to the channel as well. Fun fact, by the way, if you are new here, we'll be going to the World Cup. So we'll be taking you sort of on behind the scenes vlogs. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you can see that. But let's talk a little bit about what just happened, shall we? Right, now first of all, three big names missing the World Cup due to injury/illness in Lood de Jager, Andre Pollard, Lekanya. Very key players. You know, you're looking at your number one lineup operator, you're looking at your starting fly half, you're sort of your general, and you're looking for your outside centre, who, you know, first of all, is so important in a defensive point of view in terms of our rush defence, making those reads, and from an attacking point of view, being that sort of distribution point, and operating as a playmaker. And Lekanya a year ago was the best at it. There's no doubt about that. Andre Pollard has been one of the most consistent flyers the last sort of, in the last 2 years, I think he's been at his best rugby. But before that, 2015, 2019 was one of the most consistent fly halves in the world. Lood de Jager is a world-class lock on his day. So we're missing those players, okay? First of all, that does not necessarily mean we will not see them in the World Cup. They are on standby. Injuries do happen. There's every chance they could yet take part in the World Cup. But even if they don't, do we have the squad to win the World Cup? I 100% believe we do. World Cups are not won every single time by the best squad on paper. The World Cup is not played on paper. The World Cup is not played on form. The World Cup is not played on rankings. The World Cup is played on a game-to-game basis on who pitches up, who's got the nerve, and who wants it more. We've seen this in the past. South Africa have never gone to the World Cup as favourites, ever. When have we ever gone to a World Cup where somebody said, yo, you know, South Africa are the team to beat? We've never done that. And I don't want to go down that sort of whole narrative that, oh, we play better when we're not favourites. I don't like that point of view. But what I will say is that we've proven time and time again that we can win World Cups when nobody expects us to. Just similarly, how many World Cups have teams gone on when you sit there going, they're the team that has to win it? The New Zealand 2019, oh, well, they're the team to win it. Then they get beaten by England, and everybody goes and says, well, if England can beat that New Zealand team, they have to be the ones to win the World Cup. And then they get outclassed by South Africa. We've seen teams going into various World Cups throughout the years where you're sitting there going, surely they have got to win the World Cup. How does that team not win that World Cup? But they don't, and it happens. And, you know, the pressure on France, for example, who are expected to bring the World Cup to France at home. You know, Ireland going into the World Cup as the number one team in the world, best team in the world. The pressure of them saying, well, you know, they don't get past, they don't win quarterfinals, they don't win semi-finals, they can't win playoff games. They've got the sort of the monkey in the back, that sort of whole, it's a bit like the Proteas choke mentality. What we cannot just do is look at just our squad on paper, go and say, well, it's not our best squad, therefore we've got no chance. This squad has got a very good chance of competing at the World Cup. There are so many players here that we actually don't even know what to expect from. Manie Libbok, for example, is under the microscope. Manie Libbok is a player who we've seen in the past win games from nothing and sometimes also struggle. We've seen him win a URC. We've seen him get guided almost to back-to-back URC finals. It takes a really good fly half to do that. Yes, there are question marks over his kicking. There's question marks about his temperament. This is his first ever World Cup. He's only 4 weeks after his first ever start for the Boks. We've got no idea what he's going to do in the World Cup. World Cups can make or break players. You know, he could be one of the best players in the World Cup if he decides to pitch up. He's got that sort of capacity. He's got that opportunity to do it. You know, there are other sort of draw card players, a Kane Moody, Kirkley Aronsah, going to their first World Cups. Jaden Hensor, Grant Williams, we've hardly seen them play. Those are wild card players. And Marco Verstappen coming back in the form he's in. You know, a Jean Klein being given an opportunity. There are so many wild card players for me in and around the squad that I don't think we really know exactly what to expect. Plus, there are World Cup winners in the squad. Cheslin Kolbe is a World Cup winner. I'm not, in terms of like literally, there are previous World Cup winners, but in terms of sort of players who, when they can turn it on, can win you games, can win you playoff games. I'm talking about Dwayne Vermeulen. I'm talking about your Cheslin Kolbes, your Malcolm Marxes, your Evan Etzebeth, your Sia Khaleesi's, you know, your Damon Delendis. When they operate at their best level, they can win you almost single-handedly World Cup matches. We've got players like Andre Esterhuizen, which you don't know what to expect, but is one of the form players in Europe. Jasper Wiese, one of the form players in Europe. Maybe he hasn't been at his best for the Boks in the last few games, but if he gets going, can be an absolute wrecking ball. So my biggest thing is, I don't see the point in panicking. I genuinely think there's enough talent in that squad to potentially go and win the World Cup. It's about peaking at the right time and getting it right when you play against certain teams. There's one thing that we know about this World Cup's management squad. They've always got a plan. There is a plan. And whether that plan means Andre Pollard comes back in the middle of the tournament due to an injury, Lekanyam comes back in the middle of the tournament due to an injury. We saw it in New Zealand 2011 when they had a fly-off crisis. And, Stephen Donald is wheeled out and becomes the hero. So it's happened before. There's one thing that we know about Rugby World Cups is that they're not scripted to, these are the good players and these are the teams that will go on to win. It's never really happened like that. There's always so many shocks and surprises about the Rugby World Cup. There's going to be plenty of shocks in this Rugby World Cup as well. And I don't think South Africa winning the World Cup is that high on the list of things that won't happen or are unexpected to happen. But I want to know what you think. How confident are you feeling after that World Cup squad? Are you still sort of quite reactionary, saying, "Oh, I'm a bit worried, I don't like it"? Or are you looking and thinking, "Yeah, you know what, actually, I'm actually seeing 23 players there who can win a World Cup final"? Because I do see 23 players there who can win a World Cup final. Will they win a World Cup final? I don't know. Will they get to a World Cup final? Again, who knows? There's only one way to find out, and that is in a month's time. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Smash the like on the video, subscribe to the channel as well, and I'll see you guys next time. And let me know if you want me to do more of these kind of sort of ad hoc videos about sort of what I'm thinking, a little bit away from the Forever Sports format, just a little bit about me talking about my exact opinions and what I sort of think right now. And we'll see you guys next time.